BRB UK. Worse teeth, better accents.
Hello, and indeed ahoy hoy, as I desperately look for what episode number this is. Yes, that's right, it's episode 437 of BRB UK. I am Dan, I'm one of your hosts. Hello. Hi. You alright? Good. I'm afraid, because it's every other week this seems to be happening, we're a person down again.
Hello.
So it's just me and Coleman. Say hello, Coleman.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. What do you mean we're a man down?
We're a man down, we're a Tim down.
No.
Oh, actually, no, he just lives in your soundboard now.
Good
That's
work.
what happens.
Yeah.
All I could just hear is mumble, 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 mumble,
Ah.
menus, mumble, mumble. Rise isn't that bad, mumble, mumble, mumble.
SOS.
Just before we started recording, Tim's mic kept muting and wouldn't stop, so he's not on the show this week. But he did just message me to say that he was hoping to be on because he wanted to surprise me with the fact that he's bought Avengers for the PlayStation 5.
Ah. My commiserations, Tim.
So now we can assemble.
Yes, you can.
That's good.
Lovely. So we're a Tim down, which is probably a good thing because there's been a Nintendo Indie World showcase, and I was bracing myself for the in-depth conversation about 30 trillion games that were announced at that. But Tim, hopefully we'll be back next week. For those of you who don't know, Tim plus computers is not a happy combination. Sadly, quite a lot of life requires a computer, which is why it takes Tim 4 years to do anything.
Aww.
It's true.
Aww.
But it's true, though.
Nah.
It is true. It is true.
I will not badmouth the man while he's not here. I'll just play sound clips of him saying things like,
something's gone wrong.
Yep.
Yep.
It's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong again.
SOS.
So anyway,
yeah.
we have dead air to fill. Do we vamp? What do we do? I'm a bit unsure what I should do. Should I make inappropriate I always make inappropriate jokes. Something about being at half-mast this week? I don't know. Maybe. Perhaps.
I mean, we could carry on playing Tim clips like this.
Never record my bell in.
Or
Yes.
we could just talk about what's on the pre-written agenda that we
could
talk
do
about
that.
for this
That's
show.
fine. Well, I've been continuing my adventures in VR, Coleman.
Yes, you promised us last week that you were going to talk about VR some more this week.
Yes.
Now it works.
And I made a rookie error.
Okay.
I've made a rookie error. I got all terribly excited, and I thought I would start playing a game that had me moving around using an analog stick whilst I was sat down. I thought I was going to vomit out of my nostrils. So I've had to I think I need to learn to walk before I run. I probably need to learn to crawl before I can run in VR. So I'm going to go back to just sat down, little sitting down experiences. Need to be sat down because that's all the sports us Brits are good at are ones that involve sitting down. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just sit down. I'm going to fly a spaceship or drive a car, and it's all going to be very exciting. But it does turn out, however, that I don't know whether this is by design. So I've got a Quest 2. I've got the requisite USB-C cable to do the Oculus Link thing. It turns out that Oculus plus Steam VR plus NVIDIA is not a happy combination. For whatever Steam VR does, it really, really messes with the quality of the video that's being streamed because it is a video stream to your Quest 2 headset. And I'm getting drop frames left, right, and center, which again makes me want to vomit out of my nose.
Nice.
And audio drops. So anyway, I have messaged Oculus, who are trying to do something. Oh, and I had to swap out the headset as well. That was another fun bit of my adventures in VR because of dead pixels.
Has it actually arrived now, the new one?
Yes, it has. Although some light-fingered toe rag. A toe rag.
I like toe rag.
Because I live in Victorian Britain. Clearly.
I've not heard toe rag for a while. I like that.
Toe rag is a good word. It's a good word.
It's good.
It was definitely delivered to somebody in the street where I live, and that person has not come forward with it.
Have you checked eBay listings?
I did just start think about just randomly knocking on people's doors, going, "Oh, I heard you got an Oculus headset. What's it like?" I was thinking of getting one. Oh wait, is your name my name? Is it? Aha! I am my vigilante crack down on people who are light-fingered and pilfer Amazon parcels not meant for them. Shall start in earnest. But no, it seems quite good fun. I might get some prescription lenses for it.
Good idea.
I think. Because I've got the glasses are at the moment, people who are watching on the internet, quite large, quite a solid pair of glasses, and I've got a massive head anyway, to use a Bradyism. So I'm having trouble cramming my entire head face into the Oculus. So I might get some prescription lenses. But there's some quite good UK providers of those. I think AdLens, I think, do them. And they look, I mean, and also they protect the lenses of the VR headset at the same time. So I might just bite the bullet and do that rather than have a bit of a head virtual reality mismatch.
Yeah.
In my eye holes, which doesn't sound pleasant.
That's kind of, I mean, for as low powered as it is compared to the market share of headsets out there, but the PlayStation VR, one of the best things about that is it goes over your glasses quite comfortably. Yeah. So,
but because I think the problem with the Quest is it doesn't kind of pivot up, like where your eyebrows are. There's no kind of hinge joint there, so you've kind of got to smash your face into it and then kind of pull the back. It's like kind of like a bit like being shagged by a face hugger or something. I don't know, it might be.
Or a head crab.
Yeah, a head crab, possibly, which is a bit more on brand. Actually, no, it's more Steam VR on brand. I don't.
It's more VR brand.
It is more VR brand. So, yes, my adventures continue. Motion sickness is a thing. I haven't had motion sickness for about 25 years. And it sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks. It takes forever to go away. It's like the hangover for your vestibular system. It's rubbish.
I'm pretty much over it in VR now, but every now and then there's something that will set me off. And I remember I was in a period of trying to trick myself. I fooled myself into thinking, do you know what? If I just really keep at it, maybe I can get over travel sickness using a headset. And this is when I was living with Tim. And I think it was Odyssey, some VR game I was playing, and it was really bad for motion sickness. And I remembered like turning up all the settings to kind of try and force it. And I was like, if I just keep doing this, I'll stop being sick. Does not work.
No.
No.
I mean, Oculus, in all fairness, on their store do advertise how like a comfortable rating. Like, so like if it's green, it's everyone's fine. Yellow, if you're prone, you might get to it. And like the red one is be prepared to vomit out of every orifice. You are going to vomit yourself inside out and possibly poo yourself inside out.
Lovely.
I know, right?
Have you done the thing that I've been prone to doing with the VR? So anyone watching the video, like where I play VR is literally here, right behind me. And you may see I've got a kind of one of those bay window shaped things that sticks out a bit. I'm quite prone. I don't know if you can see any marks on the wall, but that's the one I punch with a motion controller quite often.
Good work. I have nearly, because I've only got my little man cave,
Euphemism?
which isn't mega flush with space. It's like once a desk's in here, I've got about probably a meter space. So everything I'm doing sat down, and I have nearly punched my monitor a couple of times.
Good.
Apparently, Gorilla Tag is not the way forward.
Oh, yeah. If you watch, I think it's James Ski on YouTube, his Gorilla Tag video, he dislocates his finger while playing.
Nice. There we go. So I'm not doing that. I'm officially too old for that ride. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into it a bit more. I'm going to take No Man's Sky for a bit of a VR journey, I think, this week.
Are you going to go on the nightmare that is VR chat?
Oh, God. No, I don't want to. I've seen things like that. I'm just like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to inhabit Second Life in a way that makes it feel real. Just no.
It's terrifying.
No.
It makes for good videos on the internet.
Yeah, well. So yeah, but anyway, I think I'm having fun with it.
I think I'm having fun.
I don't know. I think I am.
That's your box quote. That
I think I'm having fun.
good.
Or am I having fun yet? Question mark. Which is also on the short list of things I want to go on my headstone when I eventually pop my clogs.
What, I think I'm having fun.
Am I having fun yet? What do you mean don't put that in there?
I'm going to have the Spike Milligan one. I told you I was sick.
Right. There we are. See?
Yeah. I've been playing, as Tim calls it, a flat screen game.
A what now?
A non-VR game.
Boo.
Or as I like to call it, a game.
A game,
Yeah.
indeed. What have you been playing then?
Well, so we got sent, we got offered a code for Oddworld Soulstorm, and this was before they announced that this is coming to the PlayStation 5 in PlayStation Plus. So,
okay, but
said, yeah,
a
I'll have
code to code?
Yeah, so got sent a code meant to be for the PS4, so I could actually play it. And it was for a PS5 code, and it was US only, so I couldn't use it. But luckily, it did come out on PlayStation Plus PS5 version. So I've been playing Oddworld Soulstorm on the PS5 for the little bit that I can actually play. If you don't know, the Oddworld games are a series of games from Oddworld Inhabitants, and they were intended as a trilogy of games for each bizarre kind of alien character made in these games. The first one being on the original PlayStation called, what was it? Abe's Odyssey.
Yep.
Yeah. Quickly followed up by Abe's Exodus, and then they kind of jumped ship and went to a few different consoles and stuff. They've been on the Xbox and GameCube and stuff. You have Munch's Odyssey and Stranger's Wrath, I think, was one of them.
Yep, that was one of them.
Yeah, and they never seem to go the full way of trilogy. The most being the Abe's Odyssey game, the Abe's games. There's 2 of them, 3 if you include Munch, but anyway. So after kind of jumping all over the place with consoles, they decided to remake the first game for PlayStation 4 and then later PC, Switch, what have you. I think there's mobile versions of the game and all sorts. And now there's a follow-up to the remake. So it's kind of Abe's Exodus, but in keeping with the remake.
So because Abe's Exodus was originally released, in 98?
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah. I think that's right.
It's a game so this is a remake of a remake, and it might even be, I'm sure we'll be getting a remake of a remake of a remake.
Well, it's kind of a remake to a sequel, but it's a sequel to a remake. So it doesn't follow. It has some narrative parts of the sequel that it's being remade from, but it's a sequel to a remake, so it goes off on a different path.
Right.
So
I think.
If you don't know, the first game, you play a little character called Abe. He's an alien called a Madokan, and you work in this kind of meat processing plant called Rapture Farms, and then you find out that this meat that the Madokans are slave working to create is actually Madokan meat. So Abe has to go and rally the Madokans and get them out of this Rapture Farms and off to freedom. And this game then follows up from that point. In the original sequel...
I have a question.
Yep.
Do Madokans also go well with plum sauce?
Yes.
And little pancakes?
Yeah.
Can you have crispy fried Madokan?
I'm realising how close to...
Are there,
Madokan
if it was set in America, would it be called Kentucky Fried McDuckin?
Sure. Why not?
Great, because that enhances my level of excitement greatly.
In Abe's Exodus, it's kind of a similar premise, but the idea is instead of the Madokan meat, there's a new drink called Soulstorm Brew, and it turns out that it's brewed from the ancestors of ancient Madokans' bones. So that's why it's Soulstorm. It's the souls of Madokans. And
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Why are Madokans so damn tasty?
I don't know. Why were dodos so tasty? And why did we never get any?
Yeah.
There you go.
Curse you, boomers.
So this one, it kind of follows those narrative beats, but it's showing off the PlayStation, the power of the PS5 and the super sexy drive.
Super sexy drive.
And you are once again
Good
Abe.
job it's super sexy, because you don't get any more drives in the PlayStation.
You're Abe, and you are trying to free Madokans and lead them on their quest. The way you do that is you find them, and you can talk to them with a set of different commands. Hello, follow me, wait, that kind of stuff. It's a bit Lemmings, it's a bit Sleepwalker, if you remember the Amiga. And the way it's different in this version of the game to previous versions of the game is there's more emphasis in the story. There's more emphasis in kind of the cinematics of what's happening around you as you're playing the game. I believe for the first 2 levels of this game, you don't actually get to control any of the other Mudokons. You just play as Abe. And there's more emphasis on the kind of platforming element to the puzzle element, whereas it used to be the latter way around. And then slowly brings in more puzzle elements once you've got your head around it. And it really, really works out very well. There's a new kind of mechanic to it where you throw items. Well, I mean, you could throw bombs and stuff in the previous game, but this one you throw kind of liquids. So you can find bottles of water to throw at fire. You can find Soulstorm brew to also throw at fire, but it's explosive, combustible. And
also it's throwing your granddad and using your granddad as a fire extinguishing device,
I think they kind
is,
of,
I'll just leave that there.
I've probably ruined the twist of the Soulstorm brew because, I mean, spoiler alert, the bones thing, but it's a story from 97. So, but they seem like, whereas that's a reveal in the opening cinematic of the game on the PlayStation 1, on the PlayStation 5, that's not revealed until quite a way bit into the game. But still, very interesting, very cinematic. It more so than the remake of Abe's Odyssey, New and Tasty, I think the remake was called. That was basically a beat-to-beat remake with stuff added in. And then this one is a new game that just takes elements from the older game. And it works out really, really well. And it's probably the most approachable version of one of these games that has been released.
Because that was one of the major criticisms, wasn't it, of New and Tasty, that it probably wasn't new or tasty enough. It was a bit too slavishly compliant with what it was beforehand. And they
could have literally called it Abe's Odyssey HD, and it would have been a more fitting name. But still, it was a really good game, but it was hard as balls to just jump in and start playing that game straight away. This one, like I say, it eases you in. There's more tutorial and stuff to the game as you're playing it along. But it kind of mixes up that these are the old mechanics that you remember. These are the new ones to get you along and merges them really, really well. It's definitely worth picking up. If you have a PlayStation 5, then, it's on PlayStation Plus. Surely you have PlayStation Plus if you have a PlayStation 5. And if you don't have a PS5, but you're planning to get one down the line, go on the website and redeem it on there or on your app or whatever and save it for later.
I have a couple of questions.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question the first.
Okay.
Me, have a pathological dislike of escort quests.
Then you want to avoid these games because that's what they are.
All right, so that's the first one out of the way. 2, question the second. I hear it has quite a lot of bugs in it, this game. Have you come across a lot of bugs? And if so, were they game-breaking or what?
The PS5 version is meant to have more bugs than the PS4 version for some reason.
It's because it can do it in 4K, mate. Twice the opportunity for bugs.
Maybe. Had a little bit of stuttering issue at the start of the game when playing. There has been a lot of patches. I think they've done like 4 patches since the game actually came out. It seems to be running a lot smoother now, especially from the start. I've not had anything. I haven't had a blue screen or a crash or anything like that at all. It's just it's been fine. There was just a little bit of stutter at the start of the game, and it was more stable than when I started playing Outriders. I'll put it that way.
It's not saying a great deal, though. Let's face it. And question the third has left my brain.
That's all right.
I know what question the third was.
No, I don't think it does.
All right.
With kind of, for one, if you're getting this on a PlayStation Plus deal, then yes, it doesn't feel dated. It's a perfectly good addition to a PlayStation Plus lineup. If you are looking for a follow-up to Abe's Odyssey and you're looking for that kind of thing, then it's going to feel like a vast improvement over the old games, and there's going to be enough improvements there for you to get enjoyment out of this. If you're looking for something brand new and you do play a lot of indie games, then I don't think this will feel dated at all. This will be up there, and the kind of the improvements they've made does make it feel like a new game. This could very well be the first Oddworld game that you pick up, because I don't know many people that have beat Abe's Odyssey. I know a lot of people that played it, but no one that ever went, oh yeah, the ending. I remember the ending.
Well, it got quite demanding, didn't it, towards the end? I like many, didn't play it. I've only really dabbled in Abe's Odyssey, but I mean, I do remember it kind of slightly tripping over itself in its original incarnation, and that might be why people didn't finish it off.
Yeah, I've finished Abe's Odyssey. I've never completed New and Tasty, and I've tried several times. I just don't have the capacity to finish those kinds of games anymore. And I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to finish Soulstorm because it seems a lot more user-friendly than the old games because they're not trying to copy Abe's Exodus exactly. They're trying to make a new game that kind of follows the same beats.
Okay.
Looks amazing. Cinematics look amazing. Voice cast all really good. Give it a go. And I don't know about recommending it to new players if you're purchasing the game, if you're going to buy it on the PC later or whatever, another platform, wherever it goes. But if you liked Abe's Odyssey or New and Tasty or Abe's Exodus, then and you're looking to pick up something similar, then I definitely recommend picking this up as a purchase as well.
Well, jolly good.
The other thing I've been playing, and I have a question for you, Dan.
Yes. I was born before this came out, yes. If that's your question.
Wow. It's not
as
so
in
much
the original version.
Do you know
of this,
what?
In not the one that came out.
I've not got a question for you. I've got a statement for you, Dan.
All right. Okay,
the pack is back.
The pack is back.
It's Pac-Man
really?
99.
Oh, do I get to... is there an opportunity for 98 other people to get their pack back before my pack is back?
Sure, why not?
I have a question.
Yes.
They never made a Pac-Man backpack, and I want to know why.
They have made a backpack.
A
Pac-Man backpack.
A packpack. A Pac-Man backpack. A backpack Pac-Man.
How many
I'm
packs
now
could a
just
Pac-Man
making
pack if a
random
Pac-Man could pack packs?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that. I've got a feeling this could be about to go horribly wrong, so I'm just going to walk away from it. So I'm assuming this is like Tetris 99 and Super Mario Brothers 99.
Super Mario Brothers wasn't 99. That was Super Mario Bros.
35, wasn't it?
So yes, same time thing. This is Pac-Man 99. I completely forgot they announced this a little while ago. I was just watching a YouTube randomly and they went, oh wait, Pac-Man 99's out. I went, oh, is it? I'll go download that then. And the main reason, I wasn't going to give this a look in at all because Tetris 99, I loved the idea of, I played it for a good 2 days and then went, yep, I'm done with that.
I really liked it.
I liked it for what it was. I just didn't have the patience for it. And because it's, the majority of my Switch is the use is outside of the home on the tube and stuff for me. I play it on the go. Having an always online game is not the most ideal game to have on the Switch. However, my girlfriend is nuts about Pac-Man. She is very, very good at Pac-Man. Loves it. So once I heard that, I went, oh, a Switch game that my girlfriend will like. Stuck that on there, passed it over to her. It was my birthday last weekend. We spent the majority of my
Happy birthday, Coleman.
Thank you. We spent the majority of my birthday playing Pac-Man 99. And it's probably my favorite one of these games to come out. Tetris. I found Tetris good to begin with, but very kind of... And I love Tetris.
The story was shallow, frankly.
Yeah, not enough Maduckans.
No. Not very tasty.
Pac-Man 99, it was impressive to begin with, but I found the kind of the waiting to get into matches, plus just like how quick I'd get knocked out compared to other players and stuff, and I just didn't have the patience for it.
Do you know what you need to get good, mate? Is what you need to do.
No, that is true.
You need to get good.
That is true. With Mario again, I enjoyed that for the first couple of days, and then I fell off it pretty quick. And I think because they went, hey, this is a game that we're going to just take down, there was no incentive to really kind of master the game at all. With Pac-Man 99, there is I don't know if it's just because there's so many people playing it at the moment, but there is a very quick turnaround from losing a game to getting back into a game. But also it is very addictive. I really like this game. So the idea is you are playing a game of Pac-Man against 98 other people. The idea is when you eat a ghost, then as you do in Pac-Man, you click. If you don't know Pac-Man, you're in a maze.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. You pick up.
He loves snacking on a ghost.
You go around a maze. There's pellets. You pick up pellets, but then there's like 4 big pellets in each side of the maze. Each time you get one of those, you can attack these ghosts that are attacking you throughout the game. They're pursuing you. They turn blue. You can eat one of them. They go away and they reform.
You can eat more than one
back
if you get escaped them.
each time you eat a ghost, you're sending it to another player, but you're not sending the ghost. You're sending a jammer, which is another version. It's like a wireframe of Pac-Man.
Right.
And there's two different versions of them. There are white ones, there'll be loads of those, and they'll slow Pac-Man down each time they grab him. And then there are red ones, which if they touch Pac-Man, he instantly dies.
So basically, Cac-Man is what you're sending them.
Yes.
Not Pac-Man, Cac-Man. A man of cac.
The kind of way you're getting around all this is, so if you grab a power pellet, you will destroy all the white jammers that are on the screen, as well as being able to attack the ghosts, but you'll also freeze the red jammers. Every time fruit appears on the map and you grab that, where normally you would get just bonus points in the original Pac-Man game, you will respawn all the pellets in the map, but also you will destroy any of the red jammers that are around you.
Right. And so red jammers are the ones that kill you.
Kill you, yes.
And I'm assuming the aim of the game is to get as many points as possible. So by replenishing all of your power pills and all of the little lovely snacks that Pac-Man has.
There aren't points involved in the game, although there are.
Oh, I'm so old and confused. What's happening?
There are point modes that you can buy and stuff, but in the main free game that is available, free, including your subscription of Nintendo Online, what the pellets are for, when you clear enough pellets, you spawn the fruit in the game. And then when you get the fruit, you respawn all the pellets. So the idea is you could have taken up all the power pellets, the big ones, and then you need to replenish all the pellets in the area so you can get those power-ups back.
Okay.
Also, there's two lines of very smaller ghosts on each side of the maze. When you get those, one of the ghosts will have a train of ghosts behind it. And then if you hit a power pellet, a
ghost train, if you will.
Yes, a ghost train. But there'll be there will just be
Stuff
a trail
of
it'll be a trail of ghosts behind the one ghost, but they don't really do anything. If you hit a power pellet, then there are a trail of blue ghosts, and then you can eat them all, and you can send loads of ghosts out to all the different boards. You can also switch it around to go, right, I want to randomly throw ghosts at people. I want to throw them at the weakest people and aim for a knockout. I want to hunt the more powerful people. And you kind of move all these options around with your thumbsticks and mess about with the game that way.
And do you do that at the beginning, or do you try and manage that during?
While you're playing. So what I'll do is I'll build.
That made my brain hurt in Tetris 99.
It takes a little getting used to. So what you use the right stick to decide where what kind of boards you're aiming at, and then you use the face buttons to decide what you want to do when you get a power pellet. So you can either make Pac-Man faster, you can have the ability to make a larger ghost train so you can take loads down in one hit. You can make yourself more powerful, which I don't actually know what that does. I assume that helps you get through jammers quicker, and then there's normal. So what I tend to do is I'll switch it to a train, and then I will make a massive ghost train, and then as I go to get loads of ghosts, I'll switch it to knockout, and then just take down loads of them, and then quickly switch it back to random, so no one's hunting after me. And it's that kind of management game in your head. So far, I haven't got any further than third on the map. My girlfriend, who is a demon at these games, she got to first the other day, and she's happy. Yeah,
nice.
But because she's playing on my profile, it says number 1, Coleman.
Coleman. But it was actually Cole Woman.
It was Coleman's girlfriend.
Now admitted. I have a question.
Yes.
Glitch mode. If you're the one who wins, does it as a homage to the original and the infamous buffer overflow?
No.
There's none of that.
No, the glitch screen isn't there.
Boo.
There's quite a lot of stuff you can buy for this game, which I've not bought anything. It's kind of weird because when Tetris 99 came out, there was all these different icons and stuff you could earn in the game. In this one, it's kind of, there's a couple of different icons you can pick. So mine's a Clive.
Why not?
Yeah, he's my favorite ghost. So makes sense. But you can also pick a score attack and a time attack and things, but those you have to buy. And then there's skins that you can buy for the game. So you can change it to look like different Bandai Namco games, or classic Namco games. Gradius and stuff, and mess about with that. But
Do you still have to be online for those, do you reckon, or can you play them completely offline?
I have no idea. I'd assume you can play the offline stuff offline. But and also if you buy the extra modes, then you can unlock a private match mode, so you can play with just your friends in the game. Which
all 98 of them.
That's it. I don't.
I
think
wish
you
I
need
had 98 friends.
I don't think you need to fill it up with 98 friends, but it looks like a cool idea. But
just the other spots are filled by a yawning chasm of loneliness.
I mean, I'd hope that if you were doing that, if you have like 4 friends playing at the same time, that they kind of slow the gameplay down, because otherwise they're going to be very, very quick matches that aren't going to be very fun with just 4 people playing. But yeah, it's...
And how much those extra modes cost?
I think it's £15 for the extra modes. And if you buy both, you get the offline mode, the private match mode.
Yowza.
And then
so 15 quid each.
Yeah, and then I think there's like a super bundle
expensive.
That you can get. Oh no, I think it's 15 quid for the 2.
Oh, okay.
And then I think if you can pay like £30 and get all the skins and stuff and the game modes and things all thrown in together, like a deluxe package. But I have no interest in that, because if you're going to play Pac-Man 99 offline, you might as well just play Pac-Man Championship Edition or something, you know? But it's very good. I don't think you can buy it.
That is the truth.
Yeah, I don't think you can buy it on its own. I think you have to have Nintendo Online to play it. So if you have Nintendo Online, pick it up. It's worth giving it a go. As far as I'm aware, there isn't a time limit on this like Mario. They're not just going to delete it without, on a certain date. But yeah, really worth playing. The pack is back.
The pack is back.
And it makes for a very good game. And I probably will stick with it to try and get number 1. I don't know if I'll be successful.
Number 1, honestly. Rather than
get my girlfriend to do it.
Yeah. Well, talking to himself on the Switch, though, I must admit, I know we briefly talked about Monster Hunter Rise before, and the demo left me a bit cold. But I actually hear it is bloody good, so I don't know whether I'm going to pick it up yet or not.
Well, I hear that too, and I really got into Monster Hunter on the 3DS. But I never played it at home. I only ever played it on commute. And because my commute's not very far, plus COVID, lockdown restrictions and stuff still kind of in place, I don't really get much opportunity to put my Switch out there. So I think for now I'll stick with Monster Hunter World.
Fair enough.
And then at some point down the line, if I start using my Switch more out and about, I'll get Rise. But at the moment, it just doesn't appeal to me.
We shall table the Monster Hunter for another day.
I mean, I've been offered to play with friends and stuff, but I'm just like, I'm just not into Monster Hunter as your average player.
I think there's just such a, in order to feel like you're really having fun with it, there's such a learning curve, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is a man who plays a lot of Destiny and therefore spends a lot of his time organising things. I kind of, wherever possible, I don't want games to feel like work. And sometimes Monster Hunter just feels a bit like, it's a long slog to do whatever I want to do. I've got to do this and that, and then I've got to make sure I haven't left the gas on when I've made a meal. And then, all right, have I turned the light? Have I put the alarm on? Right, okay, lovely, great, I can play Monster Hunter now. It just feels a bit of a slog.
I've been umming and ahhing over whether to pick it up and came up with just the decision, no, I'm not getting it right now. But I think there's a point where I've realised the only reason I want to pick it up right now is because, as well as Palicos, there's like a dog version of a Palico. So I just want a dog in my game.
It's not right. It's
no.
Palico. No, it should be a Palico. None of your highfalutin, fancy dog-based Palicos. I'm not going to have it. It's wrong, is what it is. It's wrong.
Anyway, those are the games that we did play.
Indeed.
There are some news topics that we can probably burn through pretty quickly, because there was a Nintendo Indie World Showcase yesterday as we record now. I've listed everything on the board, as I tend to do, and I thought we could just chat about the ones that really tickled our interest. And 2 that I just wanted to mention very quickly was Ollie Ollie World, which, for what Ollie Ollie and Ollie Ollie 2 were, which were great games on the Vita, bringing this to the Switch is a great idea, but also
absolutely.
What they've done to it to turn it into this kind of weird stylized platformer It looks really, really cool. And that's coming out in the winter of 2021. But also Oxenfree 2, Lost Signals, a sequel to Oxenfree, is coming to the Switch some point this year. And when you combine those two together, we had Ollie Ollie Oxenfree.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And how was that not like the big message to take away from Nintendo Indie World? What did you want to talk about, Dan?
I'm just disappointed. I think you could do better. I think you could do better.
Ollie Ollie Oxenfree. It was good.
As you know, I'm a man who likes to buy things multiple times for no good reason whatsoever.
Good.
So I was very excited to see that I have now my third or fourth opportunity to buy Fez.
I want to say, screw you, Phil Fish. Stop releasing Fez on everything. Give us Fez 2. You had your little hissy fit.
He refuses to bow to the pressure, but
you had
he
your
will
little
continue
hissy
making
fit.
money off Fez.
You went. I'm gonna make a Fez 2, and then later that year went. Actually, I'm not, because stuff you, because I'm annoyed with this one particular journalist, and I'm never making Fez 2. Stop porting Fez. Make Fez 2.
Yeah, I mean the thing is though, Fez cracking fit for the Nintendo Switch. It's been a while since I played Fez, so I might well pick it up again, I think.
Fez was a cracking game. Phil Fish has immense talent to his game development skills. However, does come across as a bit of a Burk.
And
Fez
ironically, not that many more Phil Fish in the sea.
Yeah. I was trying to read what he's up to, and I heard he sold...
he likes pouring money in bathtubs and rubbing himself with it.
Well,
I think.
I heard he sold Fez and Polytron to another company, so maybe he doesn't make Fez anymore. Maybe he doesn't own Fez anymore.
I was about to say, so you've unfairly tarnished him. With your claims of laziness and cashing in on hard work that he's already done.
I couldn't verify it, because all I got was there were reports. I think he said he was going to sell it in like 2017, but then never confirmed if he did. I don't know.
Has Phil Fish sold
Polytron Corporation?
Enter. Yep.
Oh, he did sell it.
He seemingly left the game industry once again.
Again.
This was back in 2014, so it may have come back and then left again.
Oh, I don't know.
There we go.
Anyway, Fez is on the Switch. Aerial Knights Never Yield from Aerial Knights.
What the hell is this about?
So this is coming out May 19th.
Right.
Date I love. But there's a demo out right now. So just before we were doing the show, I thought I'd give the demo a quick go. What this is, did you ever play Mirror's Edge on iPhone?
Yes, it was a slightly strange thing, but I did play it. Yeah,
it's a runner where you hit down, up, forward, or back to do different motions in the game. It's that basically. It's just a runner that you come up to different obstacles, and then you'll have to figure out if you hit up, down, left, or right. It's fine. It looks nice. It's got a really nice soundtrack, but it's got the mechanics of an iPhone game from 2007 or whenever the hell that game was. But Captain America, the First Avenger as well, that was another iPhone game that has the exact same controls. But it wasn't that impressive. And then after playing it, I was just like, yeah, it's all right. But I'd play this on my phone 10 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, is that the thing? Is it kind of... Again, it's the kind of game that it's great to kind of kill a couple of minutes and is kind of engaging. There's lots of fun, bright, shiny things happening and going on, and it feels like, the kind of the swiping mechanic works quite well with it. It feels like you're engaging with the game.
But this isn't swiping mechanics. And
I know, it's all the buttons, and it's coming out on like PC. There's a Steam release scheduled as well. I don't know. I'm just not sure. From what I've seen, I can't quite see why this isn't just a mobile game.
Yeah, and that's it. It when you play this game for like a couple of minutes, it just screams, put me on a mobile, because the swipe mechanics on the Mirror's Edge game, it worked out really, really well. But when you put them on a D-pad, it's a little bit clunky and not as nice a feel to play. But Yeah, I mean, it looks all right. You might like it. The demo's free. Give it a try if you wanna. But yeah,
But
I
do
wasn't
you really
that impressed.
Is the problem with the demo, though? I mean, coming back to like the mobile, kind of the mobile, obvious mobile game comparisons, that just that little slice of it might be enough to scratch that particular itch. Or
Maybe.
itch that scratch. Whichever way around that is. No one knows.
Maybe. There's one level, there's 3 different difficulties to play around with. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe down the line I'll see it in a sale and go, oh yeah, I'll give that a go again. But I wasn't overly impressed.
Do you know what I am impressed by?
Is it Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge?
Yeah. Oh,
Can't wait.
love this. I mean, I think the thing is there's a lot of... I know it's not a remake of the arcade machine version of it, but a lot of the side-scrolling multiplayer Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games are a massive homage / tribute to that original game. And so this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, and this is being put together by the same team who did the recent Streets of Rage redo?
It's the same team that did the Scott Pilgrim game, I believe.
Right.
But it's the publisher of the Streets of Rage 3. We had this discussion. I don't think you were on the show when this came up a couple of weeks back, but yeah, we were talking about this before, and it does look really cool.
It's got to work so much fun.
I'm really hoping there's cross-play across some platforms because I need to work out what we're all playing this on, how we're all going to play this.
I mean, because it reminds you, did you ever play Turtles in Time?
Yes.
On the SNES, which again was like a kind of a massive tribute to the arcade game.
You say on the SNES, on the SNES, on the Pi.
Yeah, well, no, of course, but you own the cartridge, don't you, Coleman? So
yes,
that's
of course
fine.
Of course I do.
Good, just clearing that up. But yeah, this looks super duper fun.
Yeah, it looks great. I can't wait. It's I'm more. The more I think about this game, the more I get excited about it, and the idea of having it on a handheld, having it on the Switch, is really appealing to me. Even though I'll probably play most of this at home because I need that online connectivity to play with friends.
That'd be good times. I mean, I will probably pick it up on Switch, I think.
I still have the Turtles arcade machine game on the Xbox 360, and that's the only reason I still have an Xbox 360.
Good man.
Because that game is no longer on the marketplace, but it is on my hard drive.
Yep. It's a great game.
It is.
I mean, it's a ridiculous... It's clearly designed to have you shoving money into it, so it gets a bit silly and ridiculous with how much it smashes you over the head by the end game. But yeah, great game. Love it.
There was one I forgot to highlight this one. Sorry, but the Longing that's out now, and it's intriguing to me. You play like a minion of a king, and this king has gone away for 400 days.
Yeah, and you're waiting for him to come back. Is that one?
Yeah, but you're playing the game like over 400 days. It's real time, so the game happens while you're switched off, I think is the idea, and so you can go back in and mine or go on quests and things to pass the time with your little minion friend, but you're waiting 400 days for this king to come back.
Like in real time, 400 days.
That's what I got from the trailer, and I'm really tempted, because it's out now, I'm tempted to pick this one up to see what the hell's going on. But looking at the gameplay, I'm like, I'm not that interested in this game, but the concept has grabbed me.
No, it does. It makes you wait 400 real life days.
Okay. Uh-oh.
So see you in... Hey, Siri. When's 400 days from now?
It's the 20th of May, 2022 at 7:07 p.m.
20th of May, 2022.
There we go.
There we go. So, Coleman, I look forward to your report on the bleeding edge of video games that we may or may not remember at that stage.
I'm trying to find out. I mean, it's on... I think it's on mobile.
Mobley.
You can get it on Windows, Mac, Linux, and Switch. Okay, I might get the PC version then.
So you can change your system time.
So I can change my system.
Or you can be time traveler, Coleman. I am joining you from the 20th of May, 2022.
I was actually looking to see if there was a PlayStation version.
Turns out Prince Philip's still alive.
And the last one I wanted to throw in was House of the Dead Remake. I don't care if it's bad. I don't care if it's good. I'm picking this up because of nostalgia value. That's all.
Really?
Yeah.
But, I mean, how is that going to work well on a Switch?
I'd assume Joy-Cons. I'm just assuming.
Well, I mean, obviously Joy-Cons, because Joy-Cons. But how was it?
There was a House of the Dead
how's the
remake
pew-pewing going to work? How are you going to pew-pew?
Well, there was a remake on the Wii, and there was a remake on the PS3 using the Move controllers. And the idea was you'd have like a gun casing to put the thing in, and then play that way. So I'd assume it's something along that lines, but we'll see. It might just be hold the Joy-Con at the use it as a remote at the TV and fire that way. But I'll have to get back to you on that because I love arcade shooters, and this is one of my favorites. So if they put Vampire Hunter remake, I'm all over that thing.
Oh my god!
Oh yes,
Oh yes.
Gunblade remake. Good. That's everything from.
If
the
you're going to go
Nintendo
that way,
industry,
at least have a shred of self-respect to go for something like Operation Wolf.
I love Operation Wolf. We've had this conversation. That's my first arcade machine game, but it's slow. I think
It is. Do you know what wasn't very good? The Amstrad CPC 464
I
version
was
of it.
gonna say, if I go look in my dad's attic, I'm pretty sure I've got an Amiga 500 Plus version of that game knocking about somewhere.
Do you remember like the Virgin Light Gun thing
No,
from the 90s?
no,
I swear there was a Virgin Light. I might be having a senior moment.
that's fine.
I might have to look it up to prove that I didn't imagine all of it. Virgin Light Gun. Virgin Light Gun. Yeah, I didn't make it up.
Virgin Light Gun.
Virgin Light Gun.
Good.
Yeah.
We keep
Yes.
saying it until it loses all meaning.
Virgin Light Gun. Virgin Light Gun. Virgin Light Gun.
I'm glad you
Virgin,
proved yourself
it was the
right.
Magnum. Oh, yes, it was the Magnum.
What, the ice
Virgin
cream?
Light Gun. Yeah, it didn't taste as nice as one of those. I had a Magnum at lunchtime. It was very pleasant.
Well done, you.
I know, right?
One last bit of news, and this one has kind of done the rounds everywhere already, so maybe not
Right.
dwell on it too much, but there was a report on Bloomberg. Jason Schreier, formerly of Kotaku, he put out this big report about Sony. And there was a lot of stuff mentioned in there, but the thing that kind of everyone's taken away from it is it looks like there is a remake of The Last of Us in development.
Right.
Previously, there was rumors of a new studio started by Michael Mambert, and this report states that the studio
It's his
was
fifth studio, Mamba number 5. I thank you. I thank you.
That's
I'm here all
bad.
week. Tip your waiters.
So the idea was,
Mamba, no, do you get it? Mamba number
I got
5.
it.
All right.
We heard a rumor a while ago
Jesus.
that Michael Mambert had started up a new studio within Sony, and that they were working on some kind of Uncharted game.
Right.
Apparently, he was offered an Uncharted game, decided against it.
So that would
and-
be the 5th Uncharted game, wouldn't it? So in other words, it'd be yet another Mamba number 5.
Sure. But decided instead to go for a remake of The Last of Us, codenamed T1X.
Right.
And assembled a team of 30 developers, and after a while, wasn't happy that Sony kept the studio's existence a secret.
Right.
And also didn't offer any extra budget to fund the remake.
Did he have a little bit of a paddy? Is that what we're getting to? Did he have a little bit of a paddy?
Then apparently Herman Holst deemed the project too expensive and moved his team over to support The Last of Us 2.
Right.
And then following that, Mambert's team started leaving the project and didn't want to do it anymore. So then Sony Bend, fresh off the release of Days Gone.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How close are we in this story to the inevitable EastEnders drum roll?
I don't have one of them on the soundboard, so, we're not doing it.
All right, carry on.
Yeah. After Days Gone, they were then trying to get Days Gone 2 picked up, but that was rejected, even though Days Gone was a financial success. So they were then moved on to a multiplayer game or a new Uncharted project. Allegedly, some of Sony Bend started leaving after that, and then they've picked up the new Last of Us remake, and it's kind of all over the place. But the kind of cliff notes from this is, it looks like we're getting a remake of a 9-year-old game, and it looks like, we're not getting a sequel to a game that came out a couple of years ago. I don't know how you feel about this, but the kind of takeaway has been that Sony are going for this. We have to make sure all our new, like we're betting on the too big to fail type titles. We need to throw things at our Uncharted and our Last of Us, because those are the biggest titles we've got at the moment. As a fan of Days Gone was one of my favorite titles on the PlayStation 4. I was really looking forward to a sequel. A sequel now looks like might not happen, although who knows, after this report and further built up online and stuff, maybe we'll get one down the line. Who knows? A sequel to The Last of Us, a remake to The Last of Us makes sense in that there is a TV show coming out soon. So maybe tie it in with the release of that for people that will watch this TV show and go, oh, what's this Last of Us about? Yeah. Well, they might go, I'm enjoying this show with HBO. I want to go play the new Last of Us game. Oh, look, they've remade it using the Last of Us 2 engine, and it looks all lovely, and it's on PlayStation 5, and I'm going to go play me some of that. But I don't know, it just seems a bit too soon for a remake.
Too soon. I'm just not ready for it.
Yeah.
The old one's not even cold. I'm not ready.
The kind of the idea of I don't know why. I just don't know why, Dan.
You just don't know why. Just why.
I don't know why. And I've heard every different type of take on this, like people that are for this, against this, other parts of the report, like different podcasts and videos and stuff talking about this. And I still don't know what the hell is going on.
Oh, Coleman.
But it sounds like we're getting a Last of Us remake that not a lot of people are excited for. And we're losing a sequel to a video game that apparently not a lot of people were excited for, but has a groundswell of support behind it now because they're not getting the sequel.
Well, on the bright side, there's not a lot of people who are going to be disappointed. It sounds like everyone will be disappointed. It sounds like the net level of disappointment is going to be about the same, no matter which way this ends, is what my thoughts are, which aren't very well-formed thoughts.
It's a shame as well. I mean, a new studio within Sony is great. The idea that you make a new studio just to throw at old projects, it's especially when it's another person's game. And also Sony Bend, I know they did the Uncharted, what was it? Golden, what was it called? The one on the Vita.
Oh,
Golden Abyss?
I want to say something very generic like Golden Amulet.
I think it's the Golden. I think it's Uncharted: The Golden Abyss. I think that's right.
Yes, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I know they made that, and then they disappeared for ages, and then went, "Hey, Days Gone." Sony Bend are better than that. They need to do their own title and not be thrown at remakes and start and pick up a remake from someone else. Or I don't want to see another Sony Bend Uncharted game. I don't want to see a Sony Bend Last of Us game. I want to see Sony Bend making something that Sony Bend want to make. I don't know. But again, these are all reports. These are all rumors. Might be complete arse. None of this might be true.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But still, people are talking about it, so we got to talk about it.
Indeedy. But anyway, well, Mumbao number 5, bless him. I hope he does okay.
You're really happy with yourself over that.
I'm doubling down on that, mate. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm definitely doing. Right, we probably ought to think about going, because despite the fact it's only been 2 of us, I've seen that already we are quite a lot of time into this show. So
we hit the time.
So we're going to start wrapping these things up, but not before we do our usual quick round up of what's been going on. Great Ormond Street, Geek Out for Gosh is still a wonderful, wonderful thing. Make sure you go to gosh.org and check out Geek Out for Gosh. You too can still raise some money. It's never too late. Think of the little children. Give them all the money. And there's kind of great resources there to get you up and going. You're not committing to like a big 24-hour gamer palooza like you are with Extra Life. You can do what you want when you want, and there's And you can do it whenever you want as well. So get involved. It's good. Do it.
Good.
All those things.
And if you want to get in contact with the show, then you can do via the comments section of BigRedBarel.com. Also, there we have a link to our Discord. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter at Big Red Barrel and on YouTube, Big Red Barrel TV. And these fine folks have done so, and they have said, I have a question.
Okay, who's got a question?
Ed over on Discord, he says, with Godzilla and King Kong doing gangbusters in the box office, which video game characters do you think could inspire similar success? You can't do Mario vs. Sonic, as there have already been several Olympic games about that.
Mario versus Luigi.
I like it. And they have Saiyan powers.
And Luigi has just slept with Princess Peach.
Sure.
Just to add that extra level of tension in there. Do
you know what? I nearly said Tekken vs. Street Fighter and went, wait, no, we did this.
We've done that.
I would like, why not, Sackboy versus Astro Boy.
Oh, I have a question. Is that a fight to the death?
Yes, the bloody death.
Great. Good.
Mortal Kombat style, head torn off, spinal cord sticking out.
Lovely. Like nice little bit kind of like, woolen stuffing hanging out.
It'd be fluff and the zipper if it was Sackboy. Yeah.
Oh, poor bugger.
I think that'd work. Yeah.
That'd work.
And Velvet Thunder also on Discord, he says, if you had to share your house with a video game character for a year, who would it be and why? He also says, I'm going to go with the guy from Katamari because I could just throw all my rubbish on the floor and he could roll it into a ball and get rid of it. He wouldn't, though. He would keep rolling it till it gets bigger.
Until it got so big and then your house became part of the ball.
He'd roll you up. I see him roll people up in that game. It's not a good idea.
I think I've got to go Mario again. Should I tell you why? And I'm at risk of oversharing here.
Go on, then.
All right. I moderately regularly block toilets, and it would just be nice to have a plumber on hand. So Mario, there we go.
I would say Joel from The Last of Us.
Right, because you like his plaid shirts.
He's a coffee fan. I'm a coffee fan. He likes plaid shirts. I like plaid shirts.
Yeah,
I think we get along in that way. He's good at playing acoustic guitar. He could teach me to play guitar better than I can. And also on those notes that I'm feeling lonely, he could strangle me.
To within an inch of your life, but not quite any, but not even not further than that, just because that's the excitement, isn't it, Coleman?
Strangle Dad.
Strangle Dad.
And if we get bored, we can always go play golf. Some people will get that joke, some people will not. That's fine. We've also got a review, which you can do so as well. If you can review the show on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Stitcher, and Castbox, or Castbox, you don't have to do all of them. Then those reviews, they get sent to us and we can read them, and we can read them on this show.
Science!
It does help the show go further up in the world of podcasting. So,
makes me happy.
Here's a name we've not heard for a while, Q-Fecker.
Ah! Blimey, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, over on the Irish Apple Podcasts. He says, best gaming podcast made in Slough.
Yes.
Solid 5-star pod with a catalogue stretching back a decade. Almost.
You see, I initially read
Oh, wait,
that.
I get you.
And I initially read that as it's put podcast entertainment back a decade. It's like, yeah, it's about right, really, to be fair.
It's pretty similar level of quality from when it launched. I was going to say, we're not quite at a decade, but I guess if you
not
include
under BRB UK.
Yeah,
but
if you include SG UK and On Her Majesty's Sarcastic Service, then yeah.
It's about, it might even 2007, 2008, probably. 2008? It's getting there. We're nearly at 15 years.
Ouch.
Which is depressing. And still, the only game I've played in that time is Destiny. You know, sad.
Do you know
I'll
what?
have to reevaluate my priorities, really.
I was going to say, I should go through old episodes and kind of piece together your excitement for Destiny coming out and the announcement and stuff to you actually playing it and then the sequel and all that kind of stuff. But that would require time and effort.
Yeah, which we all know we don't have.
No. If someone else wants to do that, go free. Go
for
fine.
It. You know, it's all there. Catalogue stretching back a decade. A decade.
If you look up the feed, Big Red Barrel podcasts. I think, yeah, if you look up Big Red Barrel podcast, then every episode of everything ever is on there.
Lovely. Well, I think it's probably time to consign this one to the dustbin of history, or the RSS feed, as it were, and we probably ought to finish the show. So,
Yeah.
all that really remains, aside from reminding you once again to go to www.BigRedBarel.com, like Coleman said, make sure you come on, make sure you come along and say hello on the Discord, because that's where the fun times are. All that really remains is for me to remind you that I have been Dan,
I have been Coleman.
and no one has been Tim this week.
Oh no.
I know, right? So, until next time, dear listeners, toodle bye.
You and your ears are quite welcome for the podcasting goodness that you just heard. Why not roll on over to BigRedBarel.com for more podcasts, news, reviews, and videos from the biggest, reddest site on the internet, BigRedBarel.com.
Stuff, and that was all fun, but
I have lightning powers. I don't want to, I've just got like a battery. That's what happens. You know those kind of square batteries that still have the two terminals on the end? So I get my lightning powers.
I find, because especially in third-person shooters, I
Dan.